And another question that spawns from this, that was a mailbag question from Andre. He wanted to know, he's been running the defensive specialized guide. I think he's been getting a lot of wins and a lot of sacks with the defensive tackle, as that's one of the focal points of our scheme, bringing pressure up the A-gap. He wants to know, is it cheap? Is it be considered a nano? Also, what is a nano? I think that the Madden community, we need to define what a Nano Blitz is. Now, a lot of people will say this is a nano or this is the best nano ever.
It's not real.
It's just a blitz. A nano refers back to old Madden, PS2 days, where you could...
PS days.
PS original.
PS original.
PS original. Where if you snapped the ball, you were sacked before you could do anything.
You couldn't make an adjustment.
You could not slide protect back in old Madden.
You know, this is the best way I can describe it, is think of when you kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You can't do anything to stop someone from getting in, correct?
Yeah.
That's what it used to be like when you played Madden without slide protection. Go back and put Madden 08 in on Xbox 360 or PS3. There was no slide protection. So what that was you could call a nano because you could get it every single time. It didn't matter what you did. But now with slide protection, it gets rid of nanos. And nanos back in the day were blitzes that were used that sent 3 guys max. We're not talking 5 guys and then you call it a Nano Blitz. Here's the thing. This freaked me out, okay, about just the Madden community in general is you call it a nano to get like the publicity around it, and then it gives it a negative connotation that, oh, you set up a blitz that's effective and it gets in, therefore it's a nano blitz, therefore it's a glitch. Because that's what people are looking for, but people are jumping on that bandwagon that, oh, it's a nano, therefore it's a problem, it's a glitch. It's not, it's just a blitz. Nanos don't exist. They do not exist. Show me a nano, and I'll tell you I'm wrong, but there are no nanos in Madden NFL 13. There won't be any moving forward.
You can easily use slide protection to pick up any kind of pressure, block halfbacks. Different types of protection will give you different types of results from certain blitzes on the offensive line. And that's what the best players do. They determine, how can I actually pick up this pressure? If you watch Madden being played at a high level, there are sacks, there is pressure, there are things being set up, but there's adjustments and counters to everything. And that's what makes something not a nano. If somebody sends 6 rushers against 5 offensive linemen and gets a sack,
not a nano.
It's not a nano. It's just a sack. You overload blitz them. So just determining what it is, and just because your opponent can't stop it, and then they send you a message and says, wham, 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 nano, wrong. They're not watching TWIM. They're not studying as hard as you. They're not getting the guides. They're not blabbing those in practice. They're not getting setups, different pressures off of those when they go one way. And that's how you win games in Madden.
Let's talk with Doc here. Doc in the chat is saying, Gibbs, you're my man, but I don't know about the nano comment. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong, and we can talk it out, because nanos don't exist. It's a word that has branched from Madden generation to Madden generation. It was a term, a blitz that was used just to identify that this blitz couldn't be stopped. I know a man who had a nano once. Yes, it was pretty awesome. You want a nano? Okay, go Madden 08. I'm telling you right now, Madden 08 on PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, Xbox 360 preferably. I want you to call any play in the game, defensive play, that has both defensive ends on contains. What I want you to do is to go pinch your defensive line, crash it in. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a nano. It was an A-gap blitz that you could not stop with slide protection. You could not stop it. There's nothing you could do outside of power blocking a halfback or motioning a guy over and trying to pick up that gap. That was a nano. You could do it from a formula that people did was quarters normal. The play was called DN contain. Both DNs were on contain routes. You pinch the line, crash it in. One guy from the defensive line would fire in through the A-gap, and you were running around like the chicken with no head, trying to avoid the pressure. That was a nano. Does that exist now? No.
Back in the day before online, when you'd go to a tournament, so you go to a tournament like Madden 02, I've heard stories shared with us, and they've been great, and they would say people would bust out this blitz all of a sudden, and you'd snap the ball, and you just get sacked.
Instantly.
Okay, now I have to go down. I remember he told me that he had to go down to single back big, a grown man's formation. And just run the ball, because that's all you can do is hand off. And that's something that doesn't exist with all the online play, with all the videos, with all that jazz. It's if you're an old school Madden player, you're just like kids. Kids and their nanos nowadays, they're a joke. Like, they don't know what nanos are really about. they're blitzes, and you can pick up anything, any of the pressure, any of the stuff that we sell can be countered, and that's the whole point of something.
Chess match.
Otherwise, you're not playing Madden. You just log it in, and what's the point?
So
that's what it's all about. That's why we give you. You can bring it right. Then when they think you're bringing it right, bring it left. That's why we do it that way.
So, an example here. Let me show you something here. Show you a hot blitz. Oh, there's a hot blitz I just showed you right there. I just sent 2 guys free off the left edge from this formation, right? That is the most unstoppable Nano of all time. You can't stop it. This can't be stopped, right? Nano can't be stopped. Can't be stopped, right? That's you get those messages from people or someone that isn't willing. You're cheap. Why am I cheap? I'm overloading that side of the line of scrimmage. I'm setting a blitz up and I'm overloading that left side of the field, getting my guys free. So you need to make an adjustment. Maybe flip your formation. A great way to do that would be flip your formation, block the halfback, slide your line left.
Caged.
Here we go. Oh, what do you know? Oh, I have time in the pocket. Curl. Done. So there you have it. The most unstoppable blitz in the game. You send 2 free off one edge. Both guys were picked up with 2 adjustments. So don't sit there and tell me that there's a nanos that exist. You can't stop something. You just got to put more time in the lab.
And
that gets me so fired up.
That's what grinds us.
That grinds my gears.
Also,
I'll battle forever about that.
Passionate beard.
Yeah.
Passionate beard.
It's like Al Borland.
All right.